Lads, what is going on? That was a massive win. For me, I've been talking all day and I've been saying that this is one of the biggest games of the season. For me, it's the biggest game of the season to date because I feel like if we didn't win that game tonight, the top two might have slipped away. Really might have slipped away. And Norwich lost as well, lost 3-1. So that's definitely put us back, not in the driver's seat, back in the title race, top two race, whatever you want to call it, with 3 points behind Leeds, 2 points behind Norwich. So it's definitely still possible. I felt like if Norwich would have won tonight, Leeds would have won, and we wouldn't have won. It like I said, it could have slipped away. But anyway, it didn't. We won. We won 1-0. I'll start from minute one. Well, I'll start from before the game because I was really nervous because we knew that Basham wasn't going to be playing, but I thought Craney will come in there. I've not seen Craney play before because all the games I've seen, all the games that he's played, I have not seen. I think he's played one away match that I didn't see, and he's played the cup match. Might be wrong, but he's definitely played at least 2 games, started at least 2 games, and I've not seen him. And he's apparently played really well in that kind of Basham role. And I thought Craney was absolutely outstanding tonight, but I'll get to that in a second. Then we figure out that Jack O'Connell is injured, not even on the bench, which is big because Jack O'Connell's been our best defender this season. Arguably Egan, but, well, all 3 of them have been unbelievable. Yeah, Basham and O'Connell both being out was big. And to be fair, we've not had many injury crises this season, but kind of like, however, it was in the first half, George Baldock went off injured as well. What's the likelihood of that? Pretty much all 5 of them all season have been ever present. That's Stevens, Egan, O'Connell, Basham and Baldock. Baldock and or Freeman. And in one game, we've lost 3 of them. So, yeah, hopefully Baldock's going to be back for the next game. But Craney was unbelievable. So I honestly feel very comfortable if Craney plays right wing back. Because when Baldock went off, he went into that right wing back spot. And I thought he was great. I thought he was really good. I think he was very unlucky not to get man of the match as well. Middlesbrough didn't really threat all game, to be honest. Like, the ball was, I can't really remember him having a good, I think Downing had one shot that he fizzed straight at Henderson, and I don't know if it was moving or it was just a really strong, really hard struck shot, but he kind of fumbled it and then knocked it away out of the path of the oncoming Middlesbrough player. So thank God for that, because it could have been a different story otherwise. Other than that, yeah, there were some balls into the box. I think a big point was Aidan Flint going off, because he's obviously a very dominant central defender and he's very dominant going forward as well. But I've got to say, Henderson really came into his own today, because he started off coming out, claimed a big ball, punched one that he did really well to get to. He did really well today. The only one thing I would say is he did drop that ball from that Downing shot in the second half, but like he got up and punched it. Well, he kind of fumbled it and then got it away. Anyway, he did really well today. He needed that. He definitely needed that clean sheet, because yeah, after that Villa game, some keepers could kind of go, like, kind of lose a lot of confidence and may have made a few other mistakes, but no, came back strong. For a young lad, very headstrong. Yeah, across the back, Stevens was his normal self. The football wasn't as free-flowing as it normally is, but they played good enough. I was expecting that goal at some point. I think the sending off kind of helped us, because we had more space, more time on the ball, more time to kind of run the clock down after we'd scored the goal. But anyway, I'll stop getting ahead of myself. It's a bit all over the place, this reaction tonight. But kind of, Ollie Norwood, other than the assist, his passing wasn't good tonight. Really not good. he's one of them that sometimes he can play like 3 or 4 horrendous balls in a row, and then he can do something magical. I explained that Ollie Norwood cross tonight for Stearman's goal as David Beckham-esque. It was like whoosh, perfect, right into the 6-yard box, and he's done that 3 or 4 times this season. Ollie has really made, even though he plays as that quarterback that starts everything off, he has made so many goals this season just from pinpoint crosses. It's just a bit of a shame that he doesn't do it all the time. It's kind of like 20-30% of his crosses are really good. Like 5-10% of them are perfect. So yeah, what can you say? Like he makes goals. He makes goals. He puts them on a sixpence for that defender, attacker, whoever, to come in, win that ball and score a goal. So brilliant assist. But Billy ran his socks off. They were very, very physical, I've got to say. Billy got knocked about, but he stood up. He was backing in, trying to kind of give as much as he was getting. I was very disappointed at half time because they brought off Duffy, and Duffy's one of my favourite players, and in my opinion, the one that creates the most chances. But it was a masterstroke from Wilder because he brought on Gary Medine, wanted that more physical presence up front. And to be fair to Gary Medine, he was brilliant. I thought he was great up front. Bit lazy at times, like a lazy pass here and there when he's just come on as a sub. Shouldn't be doing that, but he's great in the air. Really, really good. I think he needs a goal. He needs a goal to get himself going. But McGoldrick, brilliant again tonight. He dropped deeper when Duffy came off. And yeah, he was brilliant. Great link-up play. Fleck was quality as well. Really good. Dowell, thought he played really well. I think that for me, Craney was the man of the match, even though Stearman got it. But Stearman, I'm not a Stearman fan, but I am in a kind of way. Like when we used to have Chris Porter, everyone used to take the mick out of him, but kind of like you loved it when he scored. It's a weird thing. And for Stearman to get that goal, I was absolutely buzzing. But yeah, there's not much else to really say. There were 2 things in the second half, early in the second half. Gary Medine got dragged down twice, so blatant in the box, and the referee and linesman missed both. The first one was very, very blatant, and Ollie Norwood went up to the referee probably about 10 minutes later, and he's like, he's dragged him down, and he did. It was stupid, but we got the win. That's all that matters. It might have been a little bit nervy in the stadium towards the end, but that's just because of that Villa game. That's out of the system now. It's a big win. We've just come off the back of losing a 3-0 lead away to Villa. We've been without 2 centre-backs and a right-back got injured. McGoldrick looked like he was struggling at one point, looked a bit tired towards the end. We've overcome a lot of odds tonight. And yeah, all I can say is onwards and upwards. We're back in that title race. We're back in that automatic race. We've put 3 points between us and Middlesbrough, 3 points even more. We've got to at least finish in the playoffs. If we don't finish in the playoffs, it's a massively bad end to the season. We've got to finish in the playoffs at least. If not, automatic promotion. Like, Norwich have dropped some points tonight. Leeds dropped some points recently. They've got to win tonight, but everyone's dropping points. I can't remember the last time we lost a game. We need to keep going like this. We've got Reading on Saturday. Reading, I've been picking a few points up recently, but Reading is a winnable game. We need to win that game. Anyway, if we do win that game, we may even go into the top 2, depending on other results. Let's keep it going. We've got Leeds away at some point soon. We've obviously got Wednesday at home. We've got some big matches still, but we've beaten these tonight, Middlesbrough. We got a point away at Villa. Wasn't great, but before the game, you probably would have taken it. We got a point against Norwich away, and we've already beaten Norwich at home, beaten Villa at home. We're doing so well. It's such a good season. We need to carry that on. We cannot let what happened last season happen again. Can't see it happening. The worst we can really do is finish in the playoffs now, surely. And I would be happy with playoffs, but we've put ourselves in such a good position. We need to finish the season off with a bang. We have got the right players in the right positions. They just need to keep on going. Just keep going, keep going. Don't let this, I'm going to say don't let this slip. We're not saying that. We are not Steven Gerrard. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed me rambling on about the match. It wasn't as devastating as the Villa match, this reaction. We are back in my room. We've not got the Newcastle wallpaper today. Anyway, boys, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate if you would like the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on the bell for more notifications when I go live or when I make a video. And yeah, up the blades. Stay good, Nick.